Hello, 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 everyone. This is Tammy, and I am live today. And I'm coming live because I want to talk about liberating yourself. And I want to, of course, share some stories. Of course, I have story time to share with you how I am doing just that. And so that topic came to me because I was studying. Of course, y'all know I study all the time, and I tell y'all that. But I started studying, and I was actually, I've been in a space where I've been studying me and learning about myself and what makes me tick, what helps me to, continue to live in this world, what helps me to light up, what helps me to, do the things that I need to do to live in this world. And I started really looking at that and really uncovering, this journey for myself. And so I'm here with all of you, and I hope everybody's doing well today. I hope that this message finds you well, and I hope that is what you're looking for. Because if you're here, then it's what you're looking for. So again, thank you for joining. I absolutely love to come here, but I'm actually on this deconstructing journey, and I've been bringing all of you with me on this journey, just sharing some of the things that are shifting in my life and the things that I'm shifting on this YouTube monetization journey. So, and make no mistake, I am on the monetization journey because I've been on YouTube now for about 5 years consistently. And so I'm actually in a space where I'm like instituting consistency. So I've been on here about 18 days out of 30, and I'm super excited that you're joining me. So, to liberate yourself, one of the things that I have done to liberate myself is to learn how to connect to my spirit team, learn how to connect to my angels, learn how to connect to the ancestors, learn how to connect to God, to source, to the universe, whatever you call him, her, or them. And y'all, I got this royalty free music on, but I can't hardly stand that. Whatever this is playing, I need something else. Okay, hold on. Okay, I'm gonna have to listen to hotel.com until I can get to the music. So thank y'all for being with me today. Thank you for joining me as I talk about this liberation journey. And so one of the things that came to me as I was in meditation and in prayer, I started really diving deep into, who was I and what was it that I was here to do. And so many people talk about purpose and things like that. But to me, that's a deep, deep, deep way. What I'm talking about is what is it that you enjoy doing? What lights you up? Because what I'm learning is that we can stay stuck in spaces that really weren't meant to hold us. And why do I say that? Because, I am on this journey of deconstructing because I have been a nurse for 30 years, but it's time for me to exit that profession. And um, I've been getting messages about it for probably I've been in burnout for probably about 12 years. And so, but I've been getting messages, and I just saw 333, y'all. And so I've been getting messages about, it's time for me to leave that because the type of person that I am, the caring, considerate person that I am, I really probably was designed, and I didn't think I was, to be a nurse. But the thing is the way that it is happening right now in this environment is too much. It's too much. And the other thing is too, I really have a desire to help people to heal, and you can't do that in that arena. Can't do it. They don't care about that. Really, they truly are. It's a big pharma society, and I hate to say that, but that's really what it is. But so yeah, so what I'm doing is I am shifting. I am embodying her, the person that is not working as a nurse. I'm embodying her, embodying the business person that I am, embodying the person that is out here um, attracting and flowing in the energy of money and abundance. So I'm embodying that person. And so as I do that, I connect with the breath. So I take a few deep breaths. You can breathe in through the mouth or the nose, whichever one you want, but you want to breathe out through the mouth. And as you breathe out through the mouth, you want to breathe out all the negativity, all the fear, the doubt, all the things that need to go. And you can do this by imagining them to be liquefied and then going out with your breath. You can imagine that and you can put yourself in that arena. And you can also use the law of assumption, which is one of my favorite laws. I love the law of assumption because the law of assumption says that you can assume a thing and it's true. So a lot of times people don't understand you can decide that a thing is true and it's true for you. You see what I'm saying? And so it doesn't have to be true for everybody, but if it's true for you, it's true for you. And you can assume that. And so I'm going to share a story about how I use the law of attraction for my car. So my car was at the time, I think about 10 years old, and it was still running good. I had not had any major problems. I still haven't. Well, I kind of did. And so this car, my husband was driving it and it died. And so when it died, um, I went to pick him up because he was on his way to work. So I went to pick him up and we were sitting in another car and we're talking and I said, well, it could be the alternator, so we were kind of, what could it be, and all this. And so could be the alternator, could be this, could be that. And it wasn't any of those things. So we took it to the dealership, had it towed. They called us and said, okay, we don't have time to get to it, but we'll look at it in the next day or so. We said, okay. So they looked at it, and the girl called back and said the engine had died, but they would call us back and let us know, what they could do and, all that kind of stuff and what the damage was and all that. So I said, okay. And when my husband called me to give me the news, I said, yeah, I said, okay. So you want the good news or the bad news? I said, give it all to me. So he said, okay. So the next thing you know, um, I told him I was standing there and all of a sudden I was at work and all of a sudden I heard she's going to call you back and she's going to say that we're going to fix this car at no cost to you. And so um, the next day they called my husband back and that is exactly what the young lady said. We're going to fix this car at no cost to you. That was exactly what she said. And that thing blew me away because that was an example, a real life example from myself of the law of assumption, which is, under the umbrella of the law of attraction. But the law of assumption, it was like, it blew me away. It was like, oh my God, here we go. Here we go. The law of assumption. I assumed that they were going to fix my car at no cost to me. And so they put a new engine in my car, my 10-year-old car, at no cost to me. So we had a new car, basically. So a new engine in the car. And that happened. And I had no idea that it was going to happen like that. But when I heard that, just she's going to call back and she's going to say, we're going to fix this car at no cost to you. Y'all, that blew me away. It did. I was like, oh my God, this shit works. Because when you start working these principles, a lot of times you'll get, a lot of opposites and stuff. Because, you're working through all of those negative programming and stuff that you already had, and you're working through all of those limiting beliefs that are sitting there on the sidelines waiting for you. Oh no, you can't do that because you're a black woman. Black women can't do that. Oh, you can't do that because you're from the South. Or you can't do that because you're over 50. Or you can't do that because whatever. There are so many things that people will tell you that you can't do. And if you sit there and listen to them instead of unpacking it for yourself, talking to your angels and your guides, and actually having conversations with them about the things that you desire, the things that you want to do. Because what I'm seeing is there's so many people wanting to shift careers now. And I'm there. I have already decided. I have actually, in my mind, left that career. It's done for me. you know, I may still go there here and there, a time or two. But in my mind, I have left it. It is done for me. And that's the place that you have to get to when you are making the shift. When you're shifting, when you're saying, okay, you know what? I'm not going to smoke anymore. I used to smoke and I used to be a super chain smoker and all this stuff. And then you make up your mind and you set your intentions. You make a decision, set an intention and say, no, I'm not doing this anymore. I refuse to do this anymore. It's not healthy for me. It's not good. And it's the same thing with when you decide that, you're going to shift your energy. And when you decide that maybe it's time for you to release some weight or even to gain some weight, even I don't understand that part. But when you decide that it's time for you to do that and you start to become and look at this person that you know that you are already, it's like you're you might be a skinny woman, screaming inside of a fat one, all of that kind of stuff. But when you start to really take the pressure off of yourself and you start to really understand that Rome wasn't built in a day, and sometimes things take a little time. Yes, miracles happen every day, and we thank God for them. The fact that we are all alive and breathing is a miracle every day, and I don't discount it, and I thank God for it every single day. However, um, you want to really begin to, you know, tell yourself beautiful things. And really begin to tell yourself in a way. And I just had a conversation with a friend of mine. I said, you are really delusional, and she thought I was picking on her, but I was telling her that that was a good thing because she's not believing the lies that she sees, but she's believing the delusions that God has for us. Because we have to be delusional in order to get those things, because who would believe that somebody could walk on water? That's delusional. But apparently somebody did, a few people. So you have to get that type of mindset and make that type of decision and set that type of intention that yes, I am going to be free. It is time for me to be free. It's time for me to be free from that career. It's time for me to be free from that job. It's time for me to be free in my own mind to do what I want to do. It is time for me to move the needle. It's time for me to shift, into this space where I can be this healer that I know that I am. And I can help people in ways to shift and get out of these spaces that I just got out of. I can help people to shift in that way. So if you are looking for a healing session with me, because I do healing sessions in case you didn't know. If you're looking for a healing session with me, make sure that you reach out to me on this channel if you want to, or you can reach out to me on Facebook Messenger if you're on there, or TikTok at Intuitive Tammy, Messenger, Instagram Messenger. I am really Tammy Y. Morrison, but you'll see all my details in the notes and all the places where you can find me. But again, I just wanted to get on here and just share about this today. And I hope that you guys will like, share, and subscribe. And make sure that you are following me at Intuitive Tammy on TikTok. I actually have a friend that told me that I need to get on Snapchat. So I'm going to look at that and see what that's about. But make sure that you're following me there. And also make sure that you check out this next video that we have coming up for you. All right. So again, thank you so much for joining me. I hope that your day is magical, and I hope that I see you on tomorrow, because I'll be back tomorrow with another video to help you to move forward in your life and to understand these metaphysical laws, the chakras. I'm going to be talking about all of those things. I also have a masterclass, a workshop coming up on Friday at 3 p.m. Pacific time. It's on healing your divorce relationships. All right, so I'm loving that you're here rocking with me. And for those of you that are subscribe. Make sure that you hit the bell for notifications so that you can get notified when I post more content and bring more videos to you, because I'm telling you, this channel will change your life. So again, thank you for hanging out. Thank you for joining me. I hope everything is magical in your world. Bye now.